Hey everyone, welcome to the forecast reading. If you don't know what this is about, you can go ahead and check the earlier 2018 readings that will get to explain to you what this is all about, okay? So, with that being said, we are going to proceed to the forecast reading. Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Well, I want to say it's always a pleasure for me to get to these forecast readings. I want to invite you to help others to check this out. I feel very grateful for all of your messages. So if you are able to tell others, so they can get to listen to these messages, it will help them out also, and it will be a bit of help for me, okay? So how was last month? It was definitely interesting. In many ways, okay? I felt that definitely I found a lot of realizations, a lot of progress, a lot of moments of more relax, or good validations or good realizations, good finales, starting to receive more better, okay? And well, I'm very curious to see how it's going to go this month. The energy this month has been quite, altered by global problems. There is a greater amount of fear, unfortunately, and well, we have to contribute in not allowing that fear to bathe us, okay? So I'm here shuffling the cards as usual, and if you individually have any sense of fear, concern, worry, I want you to analyze your life and see what can you do to prevent that concern, that worry. And if it's something that you can't prevent, well, you can analyze how much really is something that can affect you, because I do sense there is a lot of unnecessary fear in the world, okay, this month. So, and that was out of our own doings, so definitely something we can shift. So let's see here. Well, the first card goes very well related with what I was saying, okay? The Hierophant card came up, as you guys can see, and definitely, this signifies a little bit that fear, okay? That fear that I have been, explaining to you guys, okay? There is a huge amount of misinformation, okay? There is a huge amount of misinformation and a huge amount of unnecessary fear. And this goes, in terms of day-to-day life, at a global level, but also it can go at an individual level. If you are finding yourself in the case that other people gives you wrong advice, or people tells you, oh, you are ugly, or oh, you won't be successful, or you're a failure, or whatever negative thing, don't allow it to affect you. Because I sense that some people, might try, to control other people, narcissist people, people with fear in themselves, or people who they feel they need to control in order to succeed. You need to be aware of these people, because I sense that there is a race on people trying to take advantage of, okay, on people trying to make things more difficult. So that is added to the global fear that we have nowadays, and actually makes quite of a negative storm, okay? So you need to be, you need to make sure that you don't allow, external influence to affect you, avoid, being fearful about whatever sources, whether it's a friend, whether it's maybe news, whether it's religion, whether it's, a story, whether it's something on TV, whether it's, doesn't matter. If you sense any source of fear, you need to avoid it, okay? You need to not allow it to sink in within you. You need to unfold it in a way that you release it, you let go of it, okay? Otherwise, this fear is going to grow within you, and you're going to end up following this fear, and this will only get to fit the agenda, of a greater negativity, for you to not be in your highest good, So definitely it is very important for you to really look through everything, okay? When you get a source of information, even this very forecast reading, every time you get a source of information, you want to ensure what works well for you, what doesn't, discard what doesn't, and if there's something fearful, avoid it altogether, okay? Because there is no room for fear, okay? It's something that should have been left behind, and is resurfacing, by global problems, but definitely it's resurfacing and it's affecting in many different areas, so you need to avoid that, okay? So let's see here. The second one is the Emperor. Very interesting cards. today. The Emperor card definitely also comes with a lot of might and a lot of, teachings, okay? And once more, it's reinforcing the aspect that we are being fed with a lot of fear, at a global level, and people is really, really affecting, really being affected by this fear, okay? And it's something important to avoid, because many of the aspects, are lies, okay, are exaggerations, or people that are toxic, that are trying to take advantage of you. This month I don't sense that there is any requirement for introspection work or for inner self, accomplishment or self superation. You definitely want to keep working on yourself, and you definitely want to get the best version of you out. But you need to really pay attention to the sources that are feeding information to you, that are teaching you, that are bringing you something. If they bring you something, analyze it, what it is, how it will serve a purpose for you, how it's going to apply in your life. Will it serve your highest purpose? Will it be positive? Ask yourself these questions, because definitely I do sense that they are great things. And, I want to say, there is always opportunities. This is not a month that I sense there are like a huge amount of opportunities. But 2020 by itself, it's a year of a lot of progress, a lot of unfolding, a lot of evolution, evolving, So definitely it is very significant that you are going through this, because you are going to find yourself liberated from a lot of drama and a lot of unnecessary problems, okay? So definitely I feel that you want to be stronger with yourself, but also be strong in terms of what third parties provide to you, what type of information you are being fed, and even the opportunities. If there is an opportunity and they sell you a story with that opportunity, really pay attention to it, because maybe they are selling you for their own agenda. Remember, that's what I said before. Maybe they are selling it for your own agenda, okay? Their own agenda, I mean. So you need to make sure that whenever you're offered something, as good as it looks, okay, you want to analyze it and you want to make sure that it is good for you, okay? So let's see here the third card, Eight of Cups. Well, definitely, is a bit of a sad card that goes alongside with the situation that we are in at a global level, okay? It feels to me here that definitely this Eight of Cups represents, a bit of a problem. If you allow all of these fears and negativities to get onto you, I do sense there are many people that they are concerned, they are fearful, they are, they are afraid, and they are affecting you. You're holding on stuff in your life that maybe it's positive, but you are not enjoying it because you are allowing your fear to take control, okay? You are allowing fear to take control, and definitely it feels to me that it is quite significant for you to know that if you allow or if you get involved with this degree of fear, with this degree of drama, you are going to end up succumbing, okay? You're going to end up being, afraid as well. This doesn't mean that you need to avoid it entirely or you need to hide in a cave. No, you just need to discard and not allow to enter your consciousness any source of fear, any degree, any negativity that doesn't serve a purpose for you. Okay, that's essential. That's very, very important for you to know. Because if you do, pretty much the whole forecast this month is not going to be affecting you so much. You are going to have growth, you're going to have development, and you're going to continue in materializing a better version of yourself. That's how it's going to flow for you. Okay? But if you feel you're being affected by any of these issues, then you need to pay attention to them, okay? So, with that being said, I want to mention to you guys that it's a big pleasure, as always. I hope you enjoyed the forecast. Remember to tell, your friends and family so they can follow this guidance as well, okay? So, thank you, and see you on March.